Shakeology. How do I chat with her about why, like, how do I convince her that having coaches under her would benefit her? Because in my head, I keep thinking she's going to say, well, wouldn't I make more just having that person making the commission off a person's Shakeology versus, like, if she has somebody that starts buying Shakeology under her, wouldn't her commission off of that person be better than being Emerald? Like, if she were to get to Emerald? Do you know what I'm trying to say? It's kind of confusing.
Because you stop making commission once they turn into a coach.
Right.
Is that what you're saying?
So before I approach her with any conversations, I'm trying to wrap my head around why it would benefit her. Mm-hmm. Other than if she had somebody that was going to, like, say she has somebody that starts using Shakeology and then they were going to quit because of the price. But just to say, oh, you should get coaches under you and become Emerald. I'm just wanting to be prepared for her saying, but wouldn't it be better for me to pay for my Shakeology? Or is there some that you just let it lie until they start to build and see where it goes?
Yeah, like she sounds kind of like a type 2, right? Like she really just wants her Shakeology paid for.
I think so.
Yeah.
But
I would still, like, personally, I give number 2s and number 3s. So I just think of it like that because that's kind of on my welcome email. They have to pick one of 3 things. They either just want the discount and want nothing to do with me. They want their Shakeology paid for. And maybe someday they might do something else. And the third is, they want to go all in.
So if they don't want to go all in, then just let it lie and let them save on their Shakeology. Right? Like, for the time being, to see what they do. Because she's keen. She's talking to people about it, and she's sold just an essential pack, and then she's talking to them about the challenge pack right now. Yeah. So, like, it's taught people at work and stuff, but she's very excited about it. So I don't know where it will go, but I just don't know
I guess what I would say, and I think I can say this because for about 4 or 5 months, I didn't want anything to do with team building. I was in my head, I was against team building. I wanted nothing to do with that. I was just going to sell and I was going to sell as many as I could, and I was going to make all this money. Well, I sold as many as you humanly can. Like, humanly, there was no more hours in the day. I was hitting like Success Club 50 and 60, but I was never, ever making over a certain dollar amount a week. And it was never going to go higher than that because there's no more time that you can physically do it. So, I think that you need to give her the information. I don't think it's fair that she doesn't know the information because I wasn't given it.
Right.
I did not get any coaching information. So Darlene didn't get it, and you probably didn't get it. I don't know when I figured it out on my own. That's when I started telling you guys because no one told me I should be an Emerald coach. No one told me I should get to Diamond. It pisses me off so much because the type of person I am, I would have been Diamond in 2 months. Like, are you kidding me? It took me until September to get to, like, when I see that, it makes me so mad because I wouldn't have been like that if I would have known the information. So I don't think it's fair to hold it back, but I guess you have to figure out how you tell her. And I would just say, if it was me, I would be like, so you got to do what you got to do. And, you should probably look at this video and this video. I'm just going to tell you this because I really my team wasn't given this information in the beginning, and it's kind of a regret of ours now. So we just want to make sure everyone knows this is what the potential is, or you could do it this way too. Like, give her both scenarios and then she gets to pick. I have a coach that it breaks my heart the amount of money she's losing. Like, she puts so much work into her challenge groups and making sure that she hits Success Club 5. Like, she's putting so much work into this, but she can't see the value in becoming an Emerald coach. And every week I see all of this team volume just going away. And it honestly, I don't know how to make her understand. And it's her decision. She has to want it.
And then there's me who put all my coaches on the wrong leg, so I haven't made any team cycle bonus to include. That was a great awakening this past couple weeks. I kept wondering why. I'm like, why is that one number always 0? Like, I couldn't figure it out. But what it was is I kept going in and looking at the one geographical, like one graph view. And for some reason, the way it shows when it clicks on it, it would show like Eric on one side and, I don't know, say Megan on the other side. So in my head, however I was reading that, I was seeing Eric on the same, like with that grouping of people. Like
you weren't seeing.
For some reason I just wasn't grasping it. But anyways, I know now, so we'll move forward. And yeah, I guess that's my problem, is because I had such a hard time getting those coaching conversations started, and I want to like move forward. So then I'm like looking at the ones that are maybe there's a chance of getting them to Emerald, but they're probably not the ones. Like, they're probably not the team builders, but I just haven't got those, found those ones yet.
Yeah.
But I thought my Megan was going to be, and she dropped off the face of the earth. I haven't.
That's weird.
You might post this. Are you going to post this tomorrow? I shouldn't have said that.
No, I don't.
I don't need to. As soon as I said that, shoot.
I don't need to post it.
Okay.
Oh, what was I gonna say? Is she in the like where we have all our education stuff?
Yep.
That group. Do you think she's watched it? Like, do you think
that's what I mean. When she signed up, she was like, I'm spending this whole weekend watching videos and I can't wait. And how am I gonna, like, how do I start? And we had some great conversations, and then all of a sudden, like, her work week started. And then I touched base with her like the next weekend, and she said, oh yeah, I've got a few more videos to watch. And then I messaged her again like a week later, and then she didn't respond. Now she is at least in my new challenge group that just started, and she's been posting and stuff in there a bit again. But I don't want to be pushy, but I'm kind of curious. But
people, I don't know. You just never know. Honestly, never ever know. I don't know. There is a certain type of personality that just seems to go for it. And then there's a personality that doesn't. Like, I don't know. It is so hard to tell what. But I don't think it's fair not to give the information. Like, now it's so, I can't believe what I didn't know, what I wasn't told.
I guess the one thing would be to, like, well, if she did start selling a couple challenge packs here, and like, if she could get to Success Club 5, like if she got to that point, like if I told her that, if you sold 3 challenge packs every month, then you would start getting like some free like, I don't know, there's the whole, like the free customer thing, but I guess the ones that you make commission off of aren't till 10. Is that right?
Yeah. Success
Would it work to approach it kind of in a different way? So like when she has sold a couple,
I need to wait till she sells a challenge pack, probably.
Like, yeah. So once she's sold a few challenge packs, and then, so let's say she has 3 customers. Well, if they're going to continue with Shakeology, it's better. Like, I think it's more ethical for me to tell those customers, listen, you can get this at a discount. Yeah. Here's how you get it. And then she might end up becoming Emerald because of going that route and building a business kind of at the same time, even though she doesn't really want to at this point.
Yeah.
That's honestly how I started, because I
push her at any, like, yet, but I just want to be thinking about, if conversations come up, why it makes sense for her in her situation. Because she really does want to sell, but right now to pay, like, help pay for her Shakeology.
Yeah.
But she does love talking about the programs and her results.
So,
and
like, still she could sell to cover it, but if she, and keep getting new customers with challenge packs, but if she had some of those that were on HQ, turn them into coach, she would just make that much more.
Yeah.
Right? So, yeah, like everybody said, maybe just offer that to her because like Michelle said, we had no clue that that's what we should have done. It's just try to get as many challenge packs.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways.
I think I would just approach it just like, here's the info. I just want to make sure you know. Here's this, like, this is the route you could go, and that's just the potential for that. And this is the potential. Like
that. Remember a long time ago, I don't know where you posted it, but you had posted, it came from like the Diamond board or whatever. So it was, at the time you said, oh, this isn't, like, don't share this because it's from the Diamond board, but it was a different, like, incomes at different levels.
Brian posted that. And then
that was really something that tweaked me, that really, I mean, it's not like I've done much yet, but it's something that really resonated with me to go, wow, like there's such potential in this business if you put in but I don't remember where you posted it.
I'll look for it. I bet you it's in the photos on True, because I think that's where he posted it. It came from the 5-star, like it came from his board.
From his board.
Yeah.
Because I kind of looked through our team board and didn't see it.
Because it was like a script, like it was messages,
so.
right? Yeah, I'll look for it. Amy and Brian will still have it. I'll ask them for it.
Because that was just something that kind of clicked with me, that I was like, oh,
yeah,
this can be much more.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the only way you're going to make money, like for real money, is to build a team. That's and I didn't know that at first. Like I probably wouldn't have signed up. I probably would not have signed up to do this if, I don't know. Like now I think of it totally differently. I don't think of it as scummy pyramid-y, but I think if I think back a year and a half, if I had have known, if that's what they would have told me, I probably wouldn't have signed up, because I had a bad, my parents have been so against this kind of stuff my whole life. So it's just been like drilled into me. And they're coming around now, obviously, because they can see the potential and they see that I'm not like a scummy, sleazy person. But it was really like drilled into me that was a bad thing. So I'm afraid if I would have been told, like if I would have maybe understood really what this was about, I probably wouldn't have done it. So I don't like maybe.
Like when I kind of came to the realization that I need to do that to move forward, like, well, I'm still like trying to break out of the box, but it's like, that's a huge challenge. And I feel like the time I have right now, so much time is spent in just getting my challenge packs sold for the month, that all of a sudden when it comes time to wrap my head around those conversations, I feel like it's got to be like the best wording and the best conversation, and I probably way overthink it. And I'm trying to, in conversations, just like throw little things in there, like just to see if I get a response from people, like if we're chit-chatting and then they're talking about motivating people or people approaching them, I'll say, oh, you should be doing what I'm doing, you'd be awesome at it, just to get and then usually they just they kind of ignore that I said that during the conversation, but I just don't know how to do better at that coach inviting. That's still where I'm really struggling. But I know I'm not doing it enough, but I don't know how you just pick people and randomly ask them. I don't know. I feel like there needs to be something that's giving me the sign to chat it up in the first place.
Well, what signs are you looking for?
I don't know. Just people that seem, I don't know. I don't know how you read people. You shouldn't judge people, but I don't know. Just something where people are maybe reaching out in the first place, or I don't know what. Like a
couple months ago, probably, I don't know, 6 months ago, like I threw judgment out because my best coaches have been coaches that I never ever thought would do it. Never. And coaches that are signing up now are people that I didn't, they're not actually the ones that are posting all the time in like we're told the people that are posting all the time in your challenge groups, oh, they're going to make the best coaches. Well, my best coaches right now never posted. I didn't post in a challenge group ever. ever as a challenger. I went in Amy's first challenge group and I didn't say one word. And
But so if you're having like you start a conversation with someone about coaching, is it like you're bringing up the idea of it and they're pretty excited about it, or do you really have to sell it? Like, is it like, do people are kind of jumping on it when you bring, like, I feel like,
it's
no, I feel like it's a hard sell, and then I don't like having that feeling. Like, I can't even get the few HD customers I have to set up the discount coaches.
For a discount coach, I just post on week 3. If you want to be in my next challenge group, you have to be on Shakeology, and you can get a discount. Message me. And I just had 4 people message me. 4 new discount coaches.
Well, I've been posting about the discount, and I've had people message me, but then all of a sudden they don't do it. And one thing that's holding me back a little bit with that, or a problematic, is the anyone that has the club membership, then they're finding it's not beneficial enough for them because it only works out to like $6 more they save.
If they use, like, hardly any of my people use on demand.
Well, I've kind of messaged some of them back and said, oh, if you're not using on demand, it makes more sense to do this. And I don't know. I just am having a hard time. I must be attracting the wrong people.
No, I don't think you're alone in that. Like, I find that I'm pushing too much the discount coach angle and not trying to find people that actually want to build a business. Mm-hmm. So now I'm like, okay, I guess I'll never be Diamond because I can't find anyone that wants to build.
I just see some of these, like some of us just signing up coaches left and right. And I'm like, how are they doing this? Like Megan she's just rocking. Well,
she's not afraid. She's not afraid to ask. She's not afraid. Megan is not afraid.
To do our next call on what she does.
I think a lot of it is Megan isn't afraid to ask people. She's not afraid to bring it up to everybody. Like Amy asks every single person in her challenge group if they would like
a private message every single person and ask them.
Yep. And Amy doesn't use the discount coach angle at all. She asked him to be a coach. Like, why wouldn't you want to do this? Like, I'm offering you the best opportunity that you will ever get in your life. Why wouldn't you want to? Like she has no fear. And I think Megan's the same. Megan, are you still here? She has no fear, which is amazing. Like to believe in it that much. She's not too wordy. Like the more wordy you get, people are.
That's my problem. I think I so overanalyze, and I feel like I need to fill in all the blanks.
Yeah, I feel like I haven't earned. I feel my barrier, and Carla, you might be the same. But I feel like I haven't earned my right as a coach because I'm so new to be like you'd be stupid not to do this. Like you should totally be doing this because it's like, well, what I'm making $200 every week. Like it's not like I am doing anything unbelievable at this point. Like I'm not there yet, so I kind of feel
to some people that is unbelievable. Like $200 extra a week is unbelievable to some people.
Yeah,
that's a big difference in some people's lives.
Yeah,
that like pays for groceries, and I don't think that. I think that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, and I guess maybe because I'm looking at it from a like replace your job type of way where I maybe need to switch my mindset a little bit and think of it as, a kind of a part-time extra income. Like here are all the things that it could pay for.
Yeah. Like when I was back last year, I remember doing a post that it just paid for my groceries and I don't know, like something for I know. My first thing that I bought was what?
Your play set.
Yeah, the play set for Delaney. I put a picture of this play set, and quite honestly, we would not have been getting her $1,000 play set. But I saved up my 2 months of Beachbody money and it bought a play set for Delaney. And I posted that, and I think I had a couple people interested in coaching then. Because that's a big deal to people. Lots of people can't just go out and buy that. Mm-hmm. But to cover, like Megan will make posts like I can cover my groceries for 4 kids. Like $200 extra to that is amazing, right? Yeah, like I don't think you have to, it doesn't have to be this brand, like I'm making 7 figures and nobody has to work anymore. And like, it doesn't have to be that. It can just be so little. I don't think people even realize just selling 3 things can pay for your Shakeology. That's pretty awesome just in itself.
Yeah.
I don't know. If I'm approaching people about coaching though, like I don't have a big long script. I'm just like, hey, I just saw on your page you post about fitness. You should be a coach. Have you ever thought about it? Would you be open to hearing more about it? That's it. Like 3 lines. I don't go into like, and this is what we do, and this is how much money we make, and this is what we should do.
No. So if somebody responded and said, yes, they're interested, and then you sent them the webinar, like, is that what you basically then send them the webinar? And then, so say you got back to them, they didn't follow up with you, and then you follow up with them in a few days. How long is it really like not until then that they say, yeah, I want to do it? Or how many times would you follow up with the same person?
Well, it depends.
Like I have a couple that they really keep saying they're still thinking about it, but then like the last time I followed up to see if she'd watched the webinar, and it'd been like a month, I think, since last time I talked to her. Oh yeah, I haven't found time to do that. I should do that this weekend. Yeah. Well,
I do have
like how long do you keep investing energy if they're, I don't know, like do you keep like, oh, have you watched it yet? Have you watched it yet?
Oh my God, I have a list of probably 30 people that have the webinar that have had it for months. I follow up with them once a month. Hey girl, like whatever. And they usually give me another excuse, but maybe eventually they will.
I've said that a couple times in a couple emails. Hey girl. And I'm like, so never say, hey girl. But I need something different. Hi, hey.
But I have lots of people like that. I have tons of people. Oh my God, I can think of one girl. Holy shit. I think I've given her the webinar 10 times. Like, I swear. And she always says she's going to do it.
So you just never know. They just might eventually.
They're always watching. They are always watching. So you never know.
You never know. One day it just will click. Like, and I think about myself in that circumstance because this was not my dream. Like I did not think I would be doing this ever. And so obviously one day I saw a post on Facebook, and I mean, you guys, not Heidi or Allison, you didn't know me, but you were in a challenge group. So you kind of knew me to sign up as a coach. I did not know Amy. I just saw this random post on Facebook. I said, I'm in. She put me in a Glimpse group. So you know how much you interact with Amy on a Glimpse group. You see her in a video. And I signed up. So I don't know what happened that moment in time that I decided I was going to get into network marketing. Like I had no time. It was a crazy time in my life. So you never know when it's something is just going to click with somebody. You just don't know. So I always just keep
like totally different click moment, but was basically like this past October when I really realized I was making no new connections. And I was like, I am beating these people that have been in a couple of clean challenge groups since last December with a dead horse. And now when I see, like, so I've been making new connections and finally figuring out ways to add in strangers into my support group and stuff. And so, yeah, some of those will never happen either, but it's at least new people to make connections with. And now I'm seeing the names of those other people. And I'm like, those poor people. Like, I've just been like, oh, there's those people from that clean eating group in March that I don't know, like it was just kind of an aha moment in October that I needed to figure out how to make the new connections. So I've been doing that a little bit. Like other than just the clean eating groups, like I needed something daily to figure it. Like I'm still a little unsure about this friending friends thing, but
yeah, I don't really do that either.
Yeah, I think that's a little sketchy.
I think
especially because I know like a couple years ago, there was one going around here and it was somebody that I don't even think they were who they were saying they were, but they would friend request you and you would see other people you knew. So you would accept their friend request. And then all of a sudden she'd start messaging you about shoes and
Yes.
other random things. And then all of a sudden, like,
About Birkenstocks.
oh, I love your store. Like, your store's so awesome. Like, I'm starting this shoe company. And then she started talking about, once she messaged me back and started talking about having cancer or something like that. And so finally I messaged someone and said, who is this person? And they're like, oh, I don't know who she is. And so then I saw her on like the buy and sell, like people talking about her, like.
Because she wanted you to send a picture of your feet to her.
I don't know. I don't think I even got that far. I don't think I got that far. But ever since then, that's really put that in my head about not being that stalker, like Facebook stalker. So I don't want to be that.
Yeah, I do not randomly friend friends. I can't do that. That would make me ill. But if someone likes something of mine, they're mine. Like, if you like you, I'm in.
So if they like something, you'll friend request them right away.
Sorry?
If they see a post through someone else, they're not your friend, and they like a post, then you send them a friend request right away.
Yeah, like my personal page is open now. Like the whole world can see it now. So lots of people that I don't know like my posts, right? So I go through them every night. Like Delaney's like a magnet. Everyone just likes those posts. So I'll go through it, and anyone I'm not friends with, I'll just friend them or message them or whatever.
Getting those people that aren't friends liking your stuff just because on that bar on the side, if someone says they liked or commented on your page and then their friends are looking to see what they liked, or like how are they? It's not showing up in people's news feeds because they like something, is it?
I think so.
That's on that sidebar, right?
Maybe. I don't know where it shows up. If it shows up in their feed or their sidebar, I'm not sure.
Well, that's how I found you, Michelle, was Julia had liked something, one of your fitness posts, and then it showed up on my news feed, and then I just clicked on it, and here I am.
Best day ever.
And in IKEA.
And she signed up in IKEA. I told someone that the other day. They told me that signing up as a coach was difficult, and I'm like, listen, I have a coach that did it in the IKEA line. It is not hard.
Yeah, that was the IKEA return line. It was a very long line. I was there for an hour. But yeah, it's easy, super easy.
Yeah.
Anyways.
But yeah, that's what I do. If they like my picture, then I usually send them a message just saying, thanks for liking my picture. You know, and then I might say, hey, I noticed that you're friends with Heidi. Oh my God, she's one of, then I might say something like that, but they have to interact with me first. Like I guess
that's where I've been like having a lot of like initial conversations, like either people converting from my like page into my support group, or like I messaged I think I only got around 40 people added to my group from the little competition, but I made sure I messaged all of those people and said, oh, just in case you're wondering what this group is you got added to, this is what it is, and blah, blah, blah. And so a couple of them messaged back and, oh, thanks. But then I never know I figure, okay, now they need to just be in there for a while to witness stuff, right? Like it's not really you don't get them in there and then start pushing them right away, right? It's just that initial contact.
Yeah, I end the conversation there, and then I just feel like all the posts and stuff will build it'll build trust, and it might be 7 months from now, but it might never be. But they might send their sister or whatever.
And the one lady that had won it, she had added the most people. I messaged her I announced tonight that she had won for the most, and said to send me her address, and then she sent a few of my challenge groups, and she just said, ask how many people had joined, because I guess they probably have to accept when they get invited.
Yes.
Yeah. And I told her, and she said, oh, that's great. And she goes, I had a few of those people actually message me and say, oh, thanks, I really needed some encouragement right now, or something to that effect. And then that's when I threw in like, oh, that's really awesome. You should be coaching. You should be doing what I do. But then I said a couple other things, and then she replied but didn't mention the coaching thing. But I guess it's just putting the bug in the ear, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's lots of people that I mentioned it to, and it takes a long time for it to actually become a conversation. But once you plant the seed, like, it's a compliment. If someone says to you, oh my gosh, you would be so good at this, like, you're not going to think, oh my God, she's trying to get me on her team. Like, they don't know about this. Like, they don't get this yet. Because like, just go back to
I'm still trying to figure it out.
Yeah, exactly. We don't even know what
did you get me to do, Michelle? Network marketing.
So I think people just take it as a compliment.
I think the other thing that I have such a hard time with approaching people about coaching is because I think maybe that's when you said, what are you looking for? I'm looking for people who are as crazy as we are, because like, I honest to God love it. And it's my hobby that I hope to make more than a hobby, but I literally, every spare second that I have, I want to be doing it. And so in my head, I think everyone has to want it that much. So it's hard to go, no, some people don't have to do it as intense as, and I feel like for what I am putting into it, I need to be making more, because if I actually averaged out my hours in a day to what I make, it'd be, what the heck am I doing?
Yeah.
But
I saw or heard or whatever somewhere that you probably will never have a coach just like you. So, that's what you want, right? You're always looking for someone that's going to put in as much or do it exactly the way you do it, or like whatever. And you're probably never going to get that. But that's okay, because you need all different, you can't all be the same. You need all different stuff to make up the right team.
Yeah. Yep.
But I think it's really just planting little tiny seeds all the time, all the time, every day. But it's genuine. Like, I don't want you to think that I'm just randomly telling people they would be good at it, because I don't. Like, I only tell people that I want to like the people that I'm talking to. Like, that's kind of how I think of it now. Like, there was a girl that sort of was talking about coaching with me, and I know, like, there's nothing about her life that I would want to be a part of. So I probably wouldn't invite her here, because we wouldn't connect at all. Her and I wouldn't. So now I kind of think of people like that. Like, I almost look at people not about fitness, if they love fitness, or not about health. It's more like, would they be really awesome on our team? Like, would they really mesh and be a good leader? Like, I kind of look at it really differently than I did a year ago.
So do you ever have people, well, I know the answer is yes, because you asked me before I was ever in a challenge group. So if you have someone that's like really, I have the same people that keep on joining every group, and sometimes it's a free group and sometimes it's not. But as soon as it says, if I've already talked to them about the 21-day fix, and then they've said, oh no, I don't want to do shakes, or oh no, I don't want to do this, then every time you see me do a like CTA that has, like, oh, it's going to be it's a 21-day program, blah, blah, blah. Shouldn't they, like, they're still liking it or joining? For me to have this thing, well, just, it's not a free one, it's another 21-day fix. Like, are you ready to give it a go this time? Like, so should I just be forgetting about trying to get to the challenge group and going, you know what, you should just be, I can tell you, like, you should be jumping and getting them more on board with the coaching then. So I don't understand why they keep on.
Maybe that'll scare them into getting a program or not. Or I don't know.
That's actually a good avenue, I think. Because it's
like, honestly, there's something that's drawing them that they want to keep liking the posts and like saying they're joining, but then
Carla, we know who that one is.
Oh, it's not that one, but because
okay,
we don't want her on our team.
No, well, who knows?
Yeah,
what were we calling her? The coach.
I think that's a good idea. Hit
them. I don't know. It's
different.
Because I'm like, okay, what am I supposed to say? Like, for the fourth time, it's a 21-day challenge. You have to buy a program. Like, I don't know what.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I don't want to give up on them because they keep
wanting to be in.
So they're wanting something, but
I think that's a great. Why not? What do you have to lose?
Yeah, I guess.
Right?
Yeah.
Go for it, Carla.
I'm going to do that. I have a couple people like that too. It drives me crazy.
Yeah.
I'm going to do that. I think
when you say it's a 21 days to a better you, or this, that, they should be.
Oh, yeah.
Well, just throw it at them. Say, hey, I think you want to sign up to be a coach.
Yeah. Just lay it out there.
Yeah.
I think that's a good idea. Actually, I'm going to do that. I'm going to write that down.
Good one, Carla.
Okay, well, I think we've almost maxed out our time, and we didn't get to our power half hour.
All right.
That's okay. Julie, do you have any questions? Anybody questions?
How do you get them, like, so now after this like clean eating group that I have, right, the free group was finished, so tomorrow's, like, not tomorrow, but Friday's the last day, so then that's when I should be, like, I've already been messaging them, right, but then I should maybe put a post on there about, like, the Monday starting you're doing is it a 30 day on Monday, your Christmas thing?
Does that start on Monday? Yeah.
Or is it one more? Yeah, like the 30th is Monday.
Yeah, the 30th Monday. So it's like the first day of the 21 day fix will start on the 30th. But the group's been open for this whole week. So I do a whole, like, prep week first, but then the first day of the 21 day fix starts on Monday. So yeah. So basically, I mean, I think you've been connecting with people really well all along that challenge, right, Julie? You've been messaging with them
Well, I just had one now, but I thought this one might have been a goer, but she said she already has the 21 day fix, but she's not doing the shake. So when people already have the workout program, but you'd want them to buy a challenge, what would you offer then? Maybe the fit, like the extreme?
Well, someone like that, she could just buy Shakeology. Like, you can just buy Shakeology by itself. Oh God, this is always so hard because yes, you want them to buy a challenge pack and you want everyone in your group to have this Shakeology and the program, but there's always exceptions to the rule. Like, if you feel like maybe she's a person that you could put into the group and she could use the program that she already has, and maybe once she's in the group, she's going to see all the facts about Shakeology. She's going to see everybody else using Shakeology. You know,
she's using a different shake. She said she's tried it, but I'm just still fishing, so we'll see. But yeah, we'll see.
Atta girl.
Yeah. Like, I have lots of people that that they're just not going to buy anything. They're not going to buy the challenge pack right now. You can just tell that's not happening, but you don't want to lose them. So you add them to the group, and hopefully by the time, and this does happen a lot, by a week into the group, you've posted all these facts about Shakeology and other people are talking about it, then they come to you and they want to try it. So it's so hard. I don't know. I go back and forth all the time with this. Like, some groups I'll just say, no, everybody's doing it. It's a challenge. Why do you think it's called a challenge group? You have to have a challenge pack. Like, I get really concerned about it. That's what Terry says. He gets so irritated when people don't have a challenge pack. It's like, what do you think this is? You need a challenge pack to join the challenge group. You need math, people. But you don't want to lose people and piss them off, and I don't know. It's a tough one.
I was really happy I finally got that exercise movement girl.
Oh, did you?
Coach Slade, yeah. I know she's in my group and it's going good. So.
Is she good? She'll probably be a coach for you.
Well, she's on like the third day. Like, it's like the third day, and she said, "Oh, I'm so excited! I actually have done my workout 3 days. I didn't even get this far my first round, so it's good." If you have one more question, I know we got to go, but if you have people that are either on Facebook or not on Facebook, but they're on Facebook, but they're not regular Facebook junkies like some of us. So they're either in a challenge group, or because they're not on Facebook, they're not even in a challenge group. I feel so disconnected with those people. So if they've chatted with me and then I've bought it, like sold them a challenge pack, but then there's not that connection in the group, like how much messaging, or you just don't, like same messages you would send everybody else, but then other than that, they're on their own.
Yeah.
Like I just feel so.
I find that so difficult through email. I don't know. I just don't. And text, like, so I basically I try and touch base with them. Like I put it in my planner to touch base with them once a week, but then.
Like I have my one friend who actually I met with in like June or July, and I was telling her about it, and she lives in Toronto, and she was like, oh, I want to do that sometime. And so she goes, send me information. And so I sent her a Facebook message like the week after, and she literally just messaged me this week, I'm never on Facebook, but I'm finally ready to do the 21-day fix. And so then she messaged me. But when we first were talking about it, she was like, oh yeah, I really want to do this. And I've got so many friends that would probably want to do this too, blah, blah, blah. So, but she's not on Facebook a lot. So I feel like I really want to stay connected with her in case she has friends that are on Facebook. But it's a lot of extra time when they're not in that challenge group.
I mean, I've actually like physically set up accounts for people. They weren't even on Facebook. So I just got I got their information, set up an account, and explained that the only thing on your news feed is going to be me.
Yeah.
Nobody else is going to be there. So
like Eric, I finally opened an account for Eric so that I could open my groups, except he's got all these people friend requesting him all the time. He's like, people are commenting, oh my God, did you die? Like you're on Facebook. What's happening? And I'm commenting back, haha.
Oh, Eric.
Yeah, no, I have a few people that will come through email, and I find that very difficult.
I just feel bad. Like I feel like the one lady called my house, and then she was on Facebook, but she didn't even have a profile picture, and she didn't really participate in the group. And then I just feel now very I feel disconnected. So but I guess you just can't do that. Like there's not much you can do about it.
Yeah, I don't have the answer. I wish I did, but I forget about them. Like I hardly ever get a text anymore or an email. Everyone connects with me on Facebook now. And I realize like we don't own Facebook. It's a very big problem. Like Facebook anytime could say, screw you guys, I'm taking all your contacts, every single one of them, and I'm going to be one sorry sucker.
Yeah, because I haven't kept any emails. Yeah.
I kind of I start collecting emails and then I get all like, fuck, I've got too many places. And then I just go back to Facebook. I've done it so many times. I know like Christine Dreyer, or whatever her name is, you listen to her a lot, and that's what she says that all the time. You got to have emails.
I'd like to talk about one week. Definitely Heidi's sales chat she was going to have sometime.
Oh.
But also I know you have your website, and one time I watched a YouTube video or something on how your website should be your hub, and then everything's connected into that. So just do you find that or not really? Like, is your website active, or is it really a lot of work for nothing?
Never get a website. Don't get a website. It's the biggest waste of money. Okay.
Well, because like right now I use both of our like seasonals and Goodalt are through it's I think I pay $13 a year, but I build the site and I do everything myself, and I can add on like 25 websites onto it. So I could do one on there, but it doesn't seem like it's as connected as these Blogspot ones and stuff like that. So I didn't want to go and waste my time building one on there if it wasn't going to be ultimately the best.
Well, even my photography site, I don't even post on that. It's terrible. Facebook has been my, where everybody looks on, because everybody's on Facebook. So, I've paid for the website and stuff. And that's what I thought too. Should I get a blog site or whatever, like all these other coaches? But I found that I wouldn't have time.
Okay.
I don't know.
I think there was a big blogging thing when Melanie Mitchell, like that's how she built her business, but it's not how she's building it now. She's all over Facebook. She is spending hundreds of dollars on ads now. Like I'm sure you guys have seen her ads like in the last little while pop up.
Yeah.
Oh my God, she's on my feed all the time. I must be in her target. I don't know, maybe my age. I don't know what it is, but I see her ads all the time. And she used to say she didn't do anything on Facebook. She did no marketing on Facebook. Well, she's spending lots of money now on Facebook. So her blog obviously is not doing it. But Lindsay Matway, she was the first one to do. She kind of built her business through her blog and YouTube. But Facebook wasn't as big then. Like that was 5-6 years ago. And I think probably the important thing to stay on top of is the new social media outlets like Periscope and I'm not doing any of that, but I think that's more important than I don't know. I can tell you that my website blows and it's confusing and I just have left it and it was like $600 that I can just kiss goodbye. Like it was a waste.
All right. So starting with the free one would be fine then for now, or whatever it is, 13 bucks a year. I can't even remember what it's.
Like even my blog posts, like I'll sometimes do like maybe once a month I'll do a blog post, but the only reason people read it is because I post it on Facebook.
Yeah.
So it's kind of, I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. I guess it's just how much time you have too. Like that's what I found with the website. I keep on top of it all. I just can't. So I had to pick one and just stay with it.
Yeah.
I'm finding that more people are actually leaving Facebook and they're more on Instagram. Mm-hmm. And I don't know Instagram at all.
Well, it's so funny because I have a Twitter account, but I know like my brother's age group, like young 20s, they say they're on Twitter way more than Facebook. Mm-hmm. But like I haven't figured, I don't know, I just can't wrap my head around more right now. It's too much.
And I think we have to go after who kind of our niche is, right? Like it's people like me. If I don't know Instagram, then that's probably I'm not going to have a connection with them. I don't know.
I feel like anyone who does like any of my posts are just Beachbody coaches.
Yeah.
Oh, that was like the Minion one. She already did 21-day pics. And I'm like, well, what the hell are you liking on her saying something? And what the hell is the Minion? Like, there's all sorts. Oh, God. Anyways.
Okay.
All right. Good night.
I'm yawning now. Does anybody have any more questions? Or are we going to say good night?
No, we're good for tonight.
Okay.
Bye, kids.
Good night.
Night.
Night.